I've been walking on ice. Wanna let everything go and feel alright. When I hear the drums and the heartbeats, sweat drip down our bodies. Oh, I know we're living. Hundred time we gonna have a good time. 1,000 hands up to the sky. We gon' get toasted tonight. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the moonlight. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life. I toasted the lovers. I toasted you and I. I toasted a wild one. To you and I. To you and I. I feel the party coming on, and I know you'll come along when you hear it in your ear. Yeah, I know you're feeling the way we're moving. Nothing can stop it. We going off it. I've been feeling it all day. I wanna let it go. I wanna lose control. Oh, I'm ready to roll. And I've been daydreaming about this night for a long time. I wanna dance with you under the light. I toasted a wild one. I toasted a good life.
Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Please know that the air conditioning is sort of not working in the studio today, so I'm in a mood.
Which is why we're down to our skims.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to be down to my skims, but then I remembered I'm a big fucking sausage, so I had to put on this cardigan on top of my skims, which is making me even hotter because the air conditioning is not working, and I'm about to cry. So just let's go on with the show, okay?
Okay, well, we are just your favorite skim ambassadors.
Well, one of us is.
Well, no, we are both on Skim Story, but then I was on Kim's Story on Friday night.
Jackie was on Kim's story. I put my phone down for 5 fucking seconds to watch Working Moms, and I get a call from Jackie, and she's like, and I'm like, what's up?
No, yeah, because I was writing in our family chat, like, screenshotting Kim's story, and I was just, like, dying of adrenaline, and I realized, like, 15 minutes later that I hadn't heard from you.
I was watching Working Moms.
So I FaceTimed you, and I could tell that you had no clue.
No, I was like, what's up?
So I told her.
And I was shook, and I was like, a part of me was like, did I make it too? And then when I did, like, I'm so happy for you, don't get me wrong, like, so happy. But I was like, yeah, did I? Oh, no, okay, good. No, I'm happy for our camp. The Morning Toast made it on, like.
And the Morning Toast made it on.
And honestly, your stories were so premium. Like, they deserve to be made on. She put Jackie in 8 times, and then at one point, she deleted.
So in the beginning, she posted me twice, and then while we were on the phone, we like went to look at it again, and it wasn't there. And I was like, oh my god, she deleted me. Like, she's embarrassed of me. Like, it's over. We have a nice run. At least I have the screenshot
To prove it.
Yeah. And then I started getting notifications. Kim mentioned you in her story like 8 more times.
So it was obvious that she wanted to put your whole series on.
Yeah, and she like reorganized her stories, which is so Kim, we know, because she's always like deleting her posts.
She's an organized teen.
Yeah, and she like is very careful about her like flow, and she likes when things make sense. So then she posted the whole thing. And I think
9 slides.
The biggest takeaways. There's a few big takeaways here. One, like Kim Kardashian saw the Morning Toast.
Yeah, just like the
and like come on the show, the Millennial Morning Show. Like she did see that.
Okay.
2. My DMs are open with Kim Kardashian.
And Jackie sent a nice, sweet little message.
I did. So I like, my DMs are open with her. Like, it was so much pressure, and as much as I was so excited, like, I'm really not cut out for this. Like, I was floundering.
The thirst life is one in which I don't feel you have the
I don't have like
for.
the cojones for the thirst life. So I like didn't know what to do. It's like I keep getting these notifications that she mentioned me. Like, do I heart everything? Do I respond? Like, I don't want her to turn me off.
Right. Or so put you in general. Right. Oh my god.
But then I don't want to not say anything, and then she'll be like, oh, this ungrateful bitch.
Right.
So after a little bit of time had passed, I messaged her, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I love Skims and you. Congrats. Blushing emoji, heart.
Guys, Kim responded. What'd she say?
It would take me too long to scroll to it, but she said, oh my god, thank you so much, and thank you for making the best videos. Makes me so happy. And by the way, she uses more exclamation points than I do.
Oh my god, does she?
I use like 2 per sentence, and she uses 3 to 4.
So do I. Me and Kim have so much in common.
And so it was just incredible.
Wait, that's so crazy. And did you heart her message?
I didn't, because I didn't want to give her an unnecessary notification. Like, her time is precious. I don't want to bother her. So now it's just like, we're in a good place. This is step 1 for Kim on the Toast.
I mean, what happened to you this weekend is just proof of what we've been saying on the show for forever. And it's that premium content always wins. Like,
Yeah.
tons of people got the PR package, but nobody put together a dance routine.
That's true. But, like, there was tons of different, influencers doing different
I saw
things.
some shitty influencers putting up some shitty blurry mirror videos, and I just want to say, like, that is not the definition of premium content.
No, but at
And
least
that's
they
not gonna
tried them
cut it.
on. Like, there were so many influencers who just, like, did the
I'll
thing.
pull the drawers, like,
yeah.
so excited to get my Kim Kardashian West Skims.
Yeah.
That's what they sound like to me.
No, that's really what they sounded like. So, also, another thing to note is, like, I think
excited.
this was the first PR package I've received from Kim's camp, and, like, I feel as though I've cemented myself as someone who will get the next one.
Future endeavors. I agree. What are you going to do with the box? Like, I was excited about it. Now I'm like, okay, it's really heavy. Like, where the fuck do I put it?
It's in, like, the corner of my bedroom. Like, it's kind of cute, so I'm just leaving it there as
maybe you
art.
could do, like, a stack of boxes. Like, that would be cute. Like, with the Chanel one on top.
Yeah, I just, like, I'm never getting rid of it, nor the shopping bag, none of it. And by the way, I freaking love my Skims. I wore them Friday with, like, a little dress on Saturday when I went upstate. And that's what's so crazy is, like, God works in mysterious ways, because I was supposed to go.
This is the craziest part.
I was supposed to go upstate on Friday at 2. And then we ended the show. The show was really long on Friday. As you all know, I was wearing my Lola tampons. I was having cramps. And the weather, like, wasn't great. And I was just, like, not feeling great. And I had 2 hours to pack and get a manicure. And I was just like to Zach, I don't really feel like driving upstate, like, in a convertible in bad weather while I have cramps. Like, maybe we should just go tomorrow. And so we decided to go the next day, which left me open with time to make a video of me dancing in my Skims, which would have never happened if God didn't make it rain and God didn't give me cramps.
That's the thing. It always comes back to God.
Right. So it was like the universe just wanted this for me.
So Jackie and I are both wearing the Skims leotard today.
I'm wearing the leotard, which is definitely my favorite thing that I've received.
Me too. I got it in nude. I wish I got it in black, but I guess I'll just have to order when it comes on sale. I'm wearing large, extra large. What size are you wearing?
I think this is a small, medium.
And I just have to say, I put it on without a bra, and they were very supportive, but you could see my nipples through, so I had to put on a bra. But I just think it's worth noting that the elasticity can hold up these jugs.
Right.
That is an impressive feat. It's a scientific feat.
And it's worth noting that the little shorts that we showed on the show, like, do go over my body.
Oh my God, wait. So I wanted to kill Ben. So I was trying on my Skims and I was putting on the leotard, and it's really elastic. So like you step into this tiny thing, but it eventually stretches, and Ben's like, let me help. I'm like, stop touching. And he's pulling. He ripped my Skims.
You have to be really careful.
I said, get off. Like, oh my God, I was so mad. It was like a fight in our house.
Because it's like smooth like butter, which is what makes it so comfortable to wear. But if my nails are really long and raggedy right now.
It's the nails.
And I had to be really careful while I was putting it on because you can like easily make a hole in it.
Yeah, oh my God, I wanted to murder him.
Yeah. But he was really funny in the bra. So.
Oh my God, he thought it was about him. He was like, take a picture.
It was funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's pretty funny.
It was just a crazy weekend. Like after that, like how could we?
I know. After that, I like had just so much adrenaline, anxiety. My ears were burning. Like I really felt like I could feel the Kardashians talking about me. Like it was just too much for me to handle. I couldn't go to sleep. I was just like laying there, like, what do I do with myself?
I know, and like just thinking about the possibilities of like your video being saved to Kim's camera roll, like. Did Kanye see it? Like,
right, like were they in bed together?
Was she
like, babe, look at this.
I don't know.
My ears were burning so much. That's what I thought was happening. Also, then like all the toasters were so happy for me, and like I really felt like a win for the whole, all 40,000 of us in the Morning Toast group, and all hundreds of thousands of toasters who are watching today.
We are now like one giant step closer to possibly getting Kim on the toast.
Yeah, like now it's not like we are on her radar in some sense, and I just really felt like. Everyone was so happy for me, and like it felt like really a team win, and that just made it even better because I couldn't handle the pressure of it all being me.
And now that we're planning an LA week in October, like I think that should be our mission.
You think? Not while we're in our studio, like on our turf, like we're in some like.
No, I don't think we could ever get Kim to come here. I think whatever we do, we'll have to come to her.
Oh, I guess like go to her house and podcast.
Yeah, or if we're in LA, like she'll come to an LA studio, but like I don't think she's ever in New York, let alone will she come here.
She has a place in New York.
No, I mean, but she's never working in New York. Like she's always just like with the kids at Kanye's place.
At their place, their family.
I'm saying we're never gonna go there.
No. But maybe she would like come to a show. Like she would go do an interview.
I'm just trying to be realistic. You know, I think we'd have to come to her.
I'd prefer to go to her house.
Me too. We just bring we get brand new equipment.
But I don't know if she's gonna let these like two huge like Thirst Monster fans into her home.
Oh my God, she let in all those thirsty LA influencers when she did that KKW beauty event, and they were in her fucking house.
Yeah,
and took
you were
pictures with
invited
every
and you didn't
single
go.
one of them. I was invited the day before. Like that was a throwaway invitation, Kim.
You should have gone still.
I couldn't. What was I gonna do? Spend $3,000 on a plane? I mean, on a flight? for a day before invitation. I didn't know she was going to Instagram everyone.
Yeah. What would you have done, Snatchler?
I mean, I would never have gotten invited, so, like...
No, but, like, realistically. Well,
no, it's too much.
Of course.
Okay, but, like,
before,
I understand why you didn't go because it was the day before and it was just like, okay, it's a cool event, but whatever. But, like, having seen that she put everyone on her story, that it was in her home, and, like, now, do you wish that you went?
No.
No, yeah, no,
Duh.
you know now,
Obviously, but the day before, I was, like, really thinking about it. I was looking at JetBlue flights. I'm like, am I going to be this fucking loser that flies across the country and spends thousands of dollars just to, like, go to an event? I'm like, Kim's not even going to be there, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was going to be thirsty. Like, I am thirsty.
Yeah.
I didn't know the thirst was going to be reciprocated.
Totally. So anyways, also everyone wanted to know how many followers I've gotten.
Oh, yeah.
Netted about 3,000-ish. Like,
Wow.
I just need a few more, and I'm almost at 21. Yeah.
That's crazy, because, like, you think that, like, back in the day, like, if Kim...
I
That's
know.
what we were talking about with Ben. It's, like, the algorithm and Instagram has changed so much. Like, if...
But it's not the algorithm because it's stories, but it's also like...
No, it's just the way that, like, the people use Instagram. Like, it
Yeah.
has evolved. Like, people are, like, so immune that, like, if I feel like if Kim had posted you 2 years ago, you would have gotten 100,000 followers.
But if she had posted me 2 years ago to her story, no, like as an influencer, it's not like she's posting her and her friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I
think it's still really impressive.
I think I made out okay.
I wonder how the other influencers made out.
Yeah, I can't imagine they did better. But also, I think if a lot of like Kim's followers, they're looking for like a certain look, you know, so they probably came to my profile
The
and
Kim
were like,
Kardashian
oh,
look.
No.
They're looking for the Kim Kardashian
Yeah,
look.
but if I was a bikini model, I think I probably would have gotten more.
Yeah.
But that's just not who I am.
No, I mean, literally
Maybe now, though.
half the influencers that Kim posted are, like, Kim influencers.
Yeah.
Like, they look just like her, and they wear biker shorts and sweatshirts.
Right, and they post pictures like her, so like that's what people are looking for.
Yeah.
Not like this girl in her convertible and her grandma's scarf.
No, but it's different. People
Yeah.
like different.
Oh, for sure, but like not 100% the same audience.
Wow, what a weekend.
What a weekend. And then we went upstate, busiest 24 hours of my life because we could only rent the car like for 24 hours, otherwise it's a 2-day rental, so we had to return at the same time we picked it up. So it was a full 24 hours. Went to Cedar Lakes Estate, which by the way was so fucking beautiful, and the owner's a toaster, and I was talking to
heard.
her, and she just runs an amazing ship.
It's a beautiful campground. That's where Camp Boohoo copied Camp Toast and had their event.
Yeah, and I could
Did
see
she
why.
say anything about Camp Boohoo, like being a total ripoff of Camp Toast?
She did not. She's a professional. She's a
Right.
she's a class act.
She's got to make that money.
Right, but she was just, they do a lot of corporate events, and they do some really cool stuff. The wedding was so beautiful. It was so farm chemin, like, but classy farm chemin. Like, Theo should totally get married there.
Yeah.
And it was just a really nice weekend. I love going upstate. It was the perfect distance from the city. We rented a convertible. It was just like therapy, you know? You gotta
By
let
the
your
way,
hair
somebody
down.
wrote in the comments, I don't know if it's true, that Kim's in New York this week. Oh, for Fashion Week.
Fashion Week.
How do we do it? It's like when you're so famous, like, who do you even email? Like, when we book guests, like, people have publicists, they have assistants, like, who do you email for Kim Kardashian? Chris?
No, but she has the same publicist that sent us the...
No, but see, that's like the SKIMS PR.
I know, but like maybe they could put us in
Connect
touch.
the dots.
Yeah,
I just think Kim would, like, really enjoy the show.
I think so too.
And hopefully we'll have the air conditioning fixed by then. Because
yeah.
I'm not okay
I feel like
right
it
now.
got better.
I'm okay.
I'm
It's
okay.
nice. Honestly, we chose a great day to wear Skims.
Really,
But
I feel
not
the
a-
opposite. I'm wearing like a parka because I'm trying to cover my sausage rolls. And I'm feeling like I really wore a t-shirt today.
But-
I wish I would like brought one. Do we have any like merch or sitting around?
No.
Probably.
I need to change before we leave this house. I mean, this building. Because Jack and I are recording Off the Vine with Caitlin Bristow today. So that'll be fun. I just don't know if I could show up in this parka.
I like it, but
It's pretty cold out.
Like
it is pretty cold out.
I bought this.
I wish I had a parka.
I bought this sweater for our trip to Utah. Okay, it shouldn't be worn in September in the studio with no air conditioning.
Yeah, I hear you.
Thank you. I'm just really in the mood
Well,
today.
but fall's here. I know. I could tell. I'm like,
No, I'm just like really. I got no sleep. I had a hangover. Like you and your hangover, it's contagious. Like I used to be able to just like
Blame it on me.
chuck and rally.
Blame it on
Yesterday until
As if I
I
don't
went to
suffer
sleep,
enough.
I was so nauseous, so like verklempt. Like I could have thrown up at any minute, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm just like, it's not it, you know.
yeah. Well, now you know how I feel most of the time. Maybe it'll be easier on me when you're calling me a grandma.
No.
Because now you're the grandma.
No, I'm hoping this isn't like the way like I am. I hope this isn't just like the way I am. I hope I
From
just
now-
like.
it's not, but it's a warning. It's
Fuck.
like, hey, bitch, you're getting older. Just know this is in your future. But it'll take a few years until it's like permanent this is every day.
Because some days
but I drank at the wedding and like I didn't feel horrible yesterday. But then we woke up, we drove, we didn't stop for food, and like by the time I got home, I was like so hungry.
Not eating is your biggest mistake.
I know, but like we were just making such good time. We were just like, honestly, it's quicker to just eat when we get to the city and have better food options than a rest stop. Even though
oh my God, I love a rest stop.
I know. On the way up, I had an egg white wrap from Dunkin' Donuts that was so good.
Was it the Impossible Meat?
No, it was just a wrap with egg and cheese, and it was delicious.
I'm happy for you.
You've
That
had
sounds
it
good.
before, Snitch, too, right?
I think so, yeah.
The Snatch list higher,
The
too.
three of us are just like not it today.
I woke up sick this morning. Like,
You know what it is? I feel like we've been doing the show like steadily for a while, and like we've been on like many a day in a row. And between so many episodes last week with guests, and like I had so much work going on last week, like I just feel like my heart's not in it today.
Oh, maybe I would have felt the same way as you, but
If
like
Kim, yeah.
but being posted on Kim's story, and I was like had so much excitement and adrenaline. Then last night, like Diplo reposted me, and it's just like all carrying over
reinvigoration.
into today, and like just the light was good upstate, and I'm just feeling good, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I'm trying to, feel the same, but I'm just.
But it's like what goes up must come
It
down.
ebbs and it flows.
It ebbs and it flows.
Well, I feel as though it's 10:45. Do you think it's time?
I think it's time. I mean,
Time to
we
do
could
what?
go on forever. I think it's time to deliver the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
It is time, but in the spirit of your vagina, let's tell everyone the importance of Uqora. Because UTIs are very common.
Yeah.
Summertime, you're running around in a wet bathing suit, all that juice is flowing.
More than that, cuffing season is upon us, and it's time for Uqora now more than ever.
What season?
Cuffing season?
What's that?
When everyone gets like cuffed up in a relationship because the weather's getting colder. You've never heard about this?
No.
Oh my God, it's like the cutest thing, and it's so real. Like when it becomes fall and winter, like people like they don't get in relationships, but they find people to like cuff up with, to like snuggle with, and have someone to watch movies with because the weather's cold. But like in the summer, you're just like hot girl summer. You want to be left alone. You don't want to be in a relationship.
Oh, it's like the party's over, find a boyfriend.
Yeah, and like maybe it's just for the season to keep you warm through the cold winter nights.
Interesting.
Okay,
well,
but like
it's
you're
cuffing
probably
season.
having sex and need Uqora.
Well, if you're like any woman in America, you get UTIs, you know that cranberry juice is useless and taking too many antibiotics can be problematic. So what could you do? Try Uqora, the natural effective way to prevent UTIs. Uqora was developed using the best research available in collaboration with a team of physicians. Their unique formula targets bacteria and enables you to safely flush bacteria out of your urinary tract, stopping UTIs before they can even start. Mix it with water and drink it after intimacy or exercise or wherever you think you might be at risk of a UTI. If you don't know what causes your UTIs, Uqora has you covered on a day-to-day basis too. It tastes like pink lemonade with ingredients that are found in nature. So the special thing about Uqora is that you can take it if you don't have a UTI infection, knowing that it will actively prevent a UTI.
So important.
I think that's pretty special and pretty cool. Uqora's founders used to struggle with UTIs herself, so she knows what it's like to be stuck in the cycle, and that's why Uqora has a money-back guarantee. They really want to help, and if you aren't happy with Uqora, they don't want you to be stuck with something you don't want. Try it. If you aren't happy within 30 days, they'll give you your money back. You can try Uqora risk-free for 30 days and say goodbye to UTIs. And right now, Uqora is offering 30% off when you text TOAST to 484848. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. Text TOAST to 484848 to get 30% off. TOAST to 484848. Sign on and
Pee amazing.
yeah.
Okay, first story, a little fun New York Fashion Week news that like isn't super boring. Lisa Rinna, Denise Richards of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills hit the runway at New York Fashion Week. Kyle Richards was pretty crying on the runway. The Real Housewife of Beverly Hills couldn't stop the tears from flowing following her first presentation for Kyle and Shahida, the colorful new resort collection co-created with designer Shahida Clayton. Luckily, the television personality had plenty of emotional support. 5 of her fellow Real Housewives of Beverly Hills castmates, including Lisa Rinna in a black silk bodysuit, Denise Richards in a bodysuit of black lace coupled with skin-tight leggings, and Teddy Mellencamp in a sheer white bodysuit paraded the label's sultry ensembles down the catwalk, as did 2 of her daughters, Sophia and Alexia. Cheering them on from the seats were 2 of her new season 10 co-stars, Garcelle Bouveau and Sutton Strack, along with her nieces Paris Hilton and Nikki Hilton.
I think it's so, by the way, genius marketing move to have some of the ladies walk.
Uh-huh.
And I just loved, like, watching, a lot of them are former models. Like, I just loved watching them. I don't know, like, these are, like, they're, like, a lot of like the housewife culture is taking people like who were previously famous or like were big models, and now it's like they're reliving their glory days.
Yeah.
And they all just look really happy to be on the runway, and I thought it was really cute and like a great business move for Kyle.
Oh, totally. I'm like so excited about this new venture for her. They're obviously filming this for the show, so premium content. Also, I just want to clear up, Erica Jane was there, and like there was some fake news that had been started. Like she took Beverly Hills out of her
Instagram bio. Probably because it's ugly.
Did we ever have proof that it was there in the first place?
I don't know.
That is the definition of fake news. She's clearly still on the show. And I'm so glad because the women are in such a great place, and I think that this next season of Beverly Hills like is going to be the one we've been waiting for.
I'm really excited about Garcelle. Wendy Williams was on Watch What Happens Live last night. Did you watch?
No.
It was actually so good, and I've been like very hot and cold with Wendy Williams. I used to like ride or die for her, and then she was just like bothering me. But now she like took a lot of time off. I think she's very sober. Her divorce is in the process of being finalized, and she's the new Wendy. So she was the new Wendy, was on Watch What Happens Live, and it was just a great episode. I wish that they had spoken more about Titus Burgess going on Wendy and talking shit about Andy. Like that whole drama was crazy on Watch What Happens Live, but the drama continued on her show, but they didn't talk about it.
I feel like that it gives Andy a pit.
No, I think Andy was the one who didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because it's like it wasn't really a good look for either
I tried
of them.
calling in. I was calling Bravo like a million times. I really wanted to know.
I know. I'm sure it was like we're not going to talk about it
Yeah.
because it was kind of pit-inducing, you know?
Yeah. Well, Wendy was great, except she was wearing these sneakers that just like did her no favors, and they were like so ugly. And like, you know, on Watch What Happens Live, it's so much leg. Like with the seats, it was just not a good wardrobe choice. But then she had her producer bartend, like she really was being like threw him a huge bone, you know?
Oh, that's really nice. Our fifth story is about Wendy and her new dating life.
Okay,
So we'll get to it.
We'll hold, but back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So Kyle and Eileen closed, right? Kyle by Eileen.
Yeah.
But did the online e-commerce site close?
I don't know.
So, like, is this a totally new separate venture?
This is definitely a totally new separate venture because now she's a designer.
That's cool.
Which is cool. And she always is wearing these, what are they called? The kimonos, yeah.
There was a thread on Twitter of like people being like Kyle's like ugly blouse collection, and they had like 4 random episodes of like her wearing like not the cutest shirts, but it was like stating facts that like Kyle is the worst style when I think she has great style.
Oh my God, she has been on television for over 10 years, like being filmed every single day. Like there's going to be a couple dogs in there.
No, right, and like trends change.
Yeah, no, but you could take anyone, pick like their 4 worst looks, and then
Right.
say they have bad style. But overall, her style is not controversial at all.
No, I
she
think it's, like,
definitely
so
has
cute.
like a look about her where she, first of all, dresses age appropriately. You know, she doesn't try to be someone that she's not.
Agreed.
And she dresses like comfortably, like a mom, but also stylishly. So I think actually she's a perfect person to start a clothing line. Like,
Me too, actually. I need to know more about Shahida.
yeah, me too.
What's her background? What
She
makes
probably
her
brings
qualified?
like the real fashion expertise, you know?
Or like the overseas manufacturing, you know, getting the costs down.
Yeah, that's so important.
Cost is everything I've learned from Shark Tank.
But actually, speaking of design, that's a great segue into our next story, which is really sad. Sorry. And the one
Oh my God, I know this
the
story.
one after is sad too.
I'm very a
gird your
sad
loins.
show.
Yeah, sad show. Project Runway alum Chris March is dead at 56. Beloved Project Runway alum and Bay Area fashion designer Chris March has died. He was 56 years old. The cause of death, according to TMZ, was a heart attack the designer suffered on Thursday afternoon. March, who originated from California, served as the longtime costume designer for the musical revue Beach Blanket Babylon before appearing as a contestant on season 4 of Bravo's hit fashion design series. A fan favorite, he also made subsequent appearances on season 4 of Project Runway All-Stars and Project Runway All-Star Challenge. March went on to create custom pieces for celebrity clients such as Beyonce, Meryl Streep, Lady Gaga, and Madonna. This is
So sad. I feel like he was very sick for a long time. And I remember a little while ago, Andy was like talking about on Watch What Happens Live, like asking everyone to pray for him because he was like in really bad health. So I actually had thought that he had passed away when that happened, but I guess I just like got my days confused. And when I heard this news, I was so sad. Like I remember I watched the season. He was so cute, like so happy, always had a smile on his face. And like there were plenty of contestants who were on Project Runway, and Andy never like knew their name or gave a shit about them. Like he was special.
Yeah, he was special. He was definitely top tier. And I think what you're getting confused with is June 2017, he suffered a debilitating fall in his apartment and had to be put in a medically induced coma for 2 months.
Yes, that was it.
So this is just really sad for the whole fashion community and his family and friends. And it's a loss.
It is a loss. And I feel like if I ever made it, I would have asked for Chris March to like design one of my looks for the Oscars, because like I feel like he knows how to dress a woman with rolls, you know? Mm-hmm. Sausage rolls.
The best kind of rolls.
The best kind of rolls.
Okay.
Muffin tops, back fat, you know.
We're going to get into our next sad story so we can just move on.
Honestly, I hate talking about sad stories on
I
the
know.
toast.
Well, so last week, a up-and-coming country artist Kylie Ray Harris had died in a car accident, like so sad. But now more news is coming out about the crash, and it turns out that Kylie Ray Harris caused the car crash that killed her and a teenager, police say. In addition to that, which is just so sad, Snitch was telling us that the teenager who died at the scene, the EMT who came to
Answer the call
was the teenager's dad, and that's how he learned about his daughter's death, which is just like the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Saddest thing ever.
Can you imagine?
No.
Like going to a call and then you're like, wait.
So what does the report say about her
So
involvement in the accident?
Kylie Ray Harris is responsible for Wednesday's fatal car accident that killed her and a 16-year-old female, the Taos County Sheriff's Office has claimed. Authorities identified local high school student Maria Elena Cruz as the second victim in the three-vehicle crash, which took place in northern New Mexico on the evening of September 4th. In a statement obtained by Taos News, Taos County Sheriff Jerry Hogreif said, "At this time, I will say with most certainty that Miss Cruz was an innocent victim of this senseless crash caused by Miss Harris."
Was Miss Cruz in the car with Miss Harris or in another car?
No, Miss Cruz is a 16-year-old.
In another car.
In another car.
Yeah, but so was anyone in the car
With her?
with
I don't
Kylie?
think so.
I don't think
Okay.
Speed is reportedly being investigated as a possible contributing factor in the crash. According to the outlet, authorities also suspect alcohol played a role in the accident. An investigation is currently underway, so we will leave it at that until the investigation is complete.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Terrible, terrible story.
When something like this happens, as like someone who just like is like someone hearing the story, I'm not involved, and you find out like that, you know, this terrible accident happened and like it was an accident, or that it was like a drunk driving something, like do you feel better? Like
I guess you feel better because it's like, okay, and you see how it's preventable, but
Right.
then it's also like she died in this car crash. It's coming out that it was her fault, and it's like it feels weird to speak ill of the dead, you know,
Right.
and like put the blame on her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's conflicting.
right, it's like very easy to blame Chris Soules for the Kenneth Mosher of it all because Chris Soules got to walk
He's
away.
still alive, you
Yeah.
know, and so he can take the blame. But like this girl has died too. It's sad no matter how
Yeah.
you slice it, and it's sad to put it all on her and just like
I agree.
disgrace her name like that, you know.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's also like what people say about Michael Jackson, you know? Like you can't talk about the things that he did. Like he's dead. Like let him rest in peace, you know? But like what if he did do it, you know?
No, I don't feel
I'm
that
not
way.
comparing
I don't
Kylie
feel
Harris.
that way about
No, me
about
neither,
him.
but that's like the general consensus about like when I search Michael Jackson on Twitter, it's like, can we just let him rest in peace?
But I feel like all people do, like there's a
You know who wanted to rest in peace? Those little boys trying to just sleep over at Neverland Ranch.
sure. But I feel like there's a difference between someone who just passed away, like days, you know,
Yes,
blood
agreed.
is still warm versus like a few years versus now I feel like everyone who died like 50 years ago, people talk mad shit. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, like he fucked his sister.
Right.
You know?
Who?
I don't know. I feel like everyone's talking shit about Elvis recently.
Oh, because Elvis like did date like an 11-year-old, I think, like something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's okay to say because it's like so far gone.
Right.
But like you wouldn't say that about someone who passed away last week.
Oh, it's like when
It's
enough
like,
time
it's
has
still too
passed.
fresh,
I understand.
you know?
I understand.
So
Okay.
that's how I feel.
Okay. Did you watch Real Housewives of Potomac?
No.
I just started watching it this current season, and then I'm also watching season 1 because TPG is just like telling me how much I'm sleeping on Karen Huger, and I just wanted to talk about it, but I guess I'll have to find someone else to talk about
I
with
mean,
it.
you could talk about it in our TV recap segment.
Okay, because I just like have thoughts on some of the wives.
Okay. I look forward to hearing them. Okay, our next story is also kind of sad.
Oh my God, what is going on?
Little Mix's Jesy Nelson recalls
I saw.
attempting suicide over cyberbullying. This is so fucking sad. Jesy Nelson attempted suicide after being targeted by online trolls. The Little Mix star opened up about her experience in a new BBC 3 documentary called Jesy Nelson, Odd One Out. As fans will recall, Nelson auditioned for The X Factor in 2011. While she auditioned as a solo artist, she was eventually put into a girl group with Little Mix with Jade, Leanne, and Perry Edwards. During one of the episodes, the band sang a cover of Nicki Minaj's Super Bass. They then gathered backstage to watch their performance on YouTube. Quote, "I was very naive," she told The Guardian in an interview published Sunday. "I thought it would be people giving their opinion on our performance, but nearly every comment was about the way that I looked. Quote, she's a fat, ugly rat. How has this girl gotten the group? How is the fat one in this? Oh my God, this is awful."
That's awful.
Soon Nelson became obsessed with reading people's comments. Quote, "I had a routine of waking up, going on Twitter, searching for the worst things I could about myself. I type in the search bar, Jesy fat or Jesy ugly, and see what would come up, she told the newspaper. Sometimes I didn't even need to do that. I'd just write Jesy, and then I'd see all the horrible things. Everyone told me to ignore it, but it was like an addiction. Oh my God.
What platform did they say that they did it on?
Twitter.
Oh
and
my God.
YouTube was the video that she saw where people were commenting on her, and then she got addicted to looking at Twitter to see what mean things people had to say about her.
Where do you think is like the nastiest platform for trolls? Not like Twitter's bad like for like reporters. Like
here's the thing, I think Twitter is the worst because it's like trolls in sheep's clothing, whereas like Reddit, you know, you're anonymous, you know what you're getting, like what are you doing down there? But like Twitter is supposed to be a place where, you know, there's a photo, there's your name, like there's accountability, and it's like, and still people feel like they, you know, can pass judgment. I think Twitter is theirs, and it's always the Twitter people who are like calling for sponsors and boycotts, like, you know, on Reddit, they just talk a lot of shit, but nothing comes out of Reddit.
That's actually very true. I just would like to give an honorable mention to Facebook. Like, I did a Facebook Live years ago on Refinery 29's page. It was just all about like building a brand and like working with brands and doing like content on Instagram. It was like very PG, you know? And it was for like the office of Refinery 29, but they also live streamed on their Instagram. And like, I have never seen comments like that. You fucking fat Jew. I hope you fucking kill yourself, run yourself over. They should have killed all you in the ovens. You know, Hitler was justified.
That was on Refinery 29. Hitler
Facebook
was
page.
justified.
Yeah. It was insane.
That's crazy. Yeah, and Facebook, like you think, like, you know, you have pictures of your kids there. Like, what are you, Hitler was justified.
Right, no,
Here
totally.
are my grandkids.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah,
That's
honestly, there's no platform that you can escape.
No, not at all. But I think some are worse than others.
Yeah.
And I think Instagram is bad sometimes, but they give you the tools like to turn off comments, to take out certain words, so like you could not let anyone comment the word fat on your picture.
Excuse me, I do that.
Right, and like that's great.
Also, I do Jew, because I just feel like if you're using the word Jew, it's never really positive. Like, if you want to talk about Judaism or Jewish, like, that's different. But I've never had anyone be like, you beautiful Jew, you know?
But you know what what's actually crazy is like, and I forget where I heard this, but the word Jew, that's what you are. You are a Jew.
Of course.
And people say Jewish, and it actually kind of like takes away from the power of the word Jew. It's like ish. And it's like people can't deal with the word Jew on its own.
No,
and
I can't deal with the word.
It became negative,
right?
Because of the way that other people use it. But like that's the word. Like I am a Jew. I'm not Jewish. I'm full Jew. Not ish.
But is Jewish meant to mean like I'm kind of Jewish?
Like technically, no other religion. I'm Christian-ish.
No, because I am a Jew. A Jew is a noun. I am Jewish would be the adjective version.
I understand.
Right?
It's confusing, but just think no other religion has an ish.
That's true. Christian.
Like
Buddhist.
no.
Close.
It's not ish.
Totally different.
They got ish with us, man.
Why wasn't it Jewist?
I don't know.
Judas.
I'm in love with Judas.
Maybe it's like Jude, and then they put on the yellow star, so like why would I?
Right, it's like history keeps ruining words for Jews.
That's
you know?
what I'm saying. So like technically, and that's why like the fact that you block the word Jew because you think it's a negative word, it's like, no, that's the word we're supposed to use, but it's been so tarnished.
Well, I block it because of the adjectives that come with it usually. You know, it's like, you dirty Jew. It's never like, you smart Jew, you know?
Let's change it.
Let's change the narrative, okay.
Yeah. It's because
Jackie, you are looking like a skinny Jew today.
Thank you. You are one beautiful Jew.
I'm a glowing Jew. I'm a little sweaty, you know, got a little upper lip.
Yeah, the moist Jew.
The moist Jew.
That's something that will make people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, fifth and final story. Wendy Williams says she's dating many men amid Kevin Hunter divorce. Wendy Williams is a true believer in the phrase, the more the merrier. The talk show host, who is in the midst of a divorce from husband Kevin Hunter, stopped by Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen on Sunday, which was watched by a girl with no job and thoroughly enjoyed. And she revealed she's not dating one man, but several. I see many men, she answered when asked if she's still dating the doctor she was seeing over the summer. The 55-year-old added she has age requirements for potential partners. The youngest would be like 48, she said. The oldest would be 65.
Andy was really shocked that she said she wouldn't date younger than 48. I thought that was shocking too. Like, you know, you're a successful woman. Date who you want. Like, date a 35-year-old. But no, she said she would not date any older than 48.
I mean...
Which is very specific.
But it has nothing to do with success, like what age you can date. It's just what you're into.
Yeah, but it's also like when you're a successful woman, you don't have to worry about finding a partner like
Who's
build
established.
right, or like build a business with. Like you just can worry about like fucking whoever you want, you know?
Yeah, but
There's
like maybe
there's a freedom to it.
But like maybe when you're older, you only want to fuck people who are older too. Like it's
No,
to
that's
each
a
their
logical
own.
way of thinking.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think that
But
is
that's
how
not
it goes.
That's not how it goes in Hollywood.
Right. Wendy was so great on Watch What Happens Live. Again, the sneakers were a big miss for me, but I'm willing to look past it.
I
Her
have to see
overall,
these sneakers.
Jackie, they were absolutely
What
terrible.
were they? Like Bella Hadid, like Balenciaga?
They were like black sneakers that just, her legs looked so good and long, and then they just got like cut off by these sneakers. Like, it was just terrible. You have to
Okay.
look at a picture.
Okay.
But her and Andy were like open about, they've had like beef over the years, and Andy was like, we've both been messy, but like, you know, I just want to like be friends. There was like a genuine respect there, like they just wanted to be friends. And it was a great episode. I wish I watched the after show to see if they even remotely discussed the Titus Andromedon thing, but methinks no. Other than that, Wendy is a huge Housewives fan, but she is very selective. Like, and she said any housewife that has ever been on her show has only been on because we invited them. Like, she doesn't invite housewives on just for the sake of having them. Like, if she likes you, she'll have you on.
Okay.
So she loves Vicky. She loves Giselle, and she lives for Karen Huger. Like, honestly, I wasn't like dying for her choice, but you know, I respect her freedom to choose.
Did they ask if she'd ever go on Real Housewives?
There was apparently a rumor that she was going to be on Real Housewives of New York. She like addressed it in a joking way, and Andy was like, "It's so funny. I didn't even hear the rumor until you told me about it." She was like joking, but I feel like she actually would.
I feel like she'd be great.
But I think not while she's on the air. It would have to be like her second life.
Okay.
You know?
I hear that.
Yeah.
Also, she lives in New Jersey. She could do Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh, I don't think she's like New Jersey vibe though.
I don't know. She could like teach him a thing or two.
Yeah, but she's very New York. Like,
Does she like any of the Housewives of New Jersey? Has she had them on?
she didn't mention it, but she did say, please don't give Teresa and Joe their own show because she thinks it'll be detrimental.
Because it's just a bad example.
Yeah, and it's like they love to give spin-offs, and she was like, please just don't.
Okay.
And Andy agreed.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so do you want to talk about Potomac, and then we'll talk about Kardashians?
Okay, Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm new, so I'm just you know trying to stay alive and keep up. And I know like everyone hates this girl Candace, but like she is literally so beautiful. Like she has the perfect hair. Her husband is so cute, and like I don't know what's wrong with her, but maybe I'm like missing something and I need to catch up on. But I really like her. Monique is good too. People talk about Monique like she's like the second coming of Christ. Like she's the best housewife of all time. Like I don't see that, but again, like maybe I'm missing something.
I never agree with who people think is the best housewife of all time. It's always like the obvious choice, and for me, that's not what makes a great housewife.
Right, and so when it comes to Karen Huger, like Karen Huger is in my mind like the LVP. And so as far as I know, I'm watching season 1 now, and she's like, they're treating season 1 Potomac like they did season 1 Dallas, like charity, charity, charity. But instead of charity, it's all about etiquette. So it's like, that is not proper etiquette. You're sitting in my seat. It's so stupid. And Karen Huger is like the you know, the dawn of the group. Like she
Leanne.
knows, yeah, like she knows the best etiquette, and she grew up the right way, and she and she's so annoying. And then I believe this season she tells everyone her husband is the Black Bill Gates, like literally both on the show and in person. Like she always introduces everyone to her husband as Black Bill Gates, and he's the head of this big IT company, and they have this big house. And some of the ladies found out this season that like they have no money. Like it was all this big facade. Like they sent a pizza delivery to her house, and like there was no at home. Like, and she had to come clean. So it's like everyone still treats her like this LVP, and it's like no. Like she lied. She's fake. Like, and she was being so rude and judgy to all these women when like she literally was like faking that she was living in this house. So it's just like, and everyone like TBG loves her. Like bought her perfume, and it's like. I refuse to look past, you know, her faults.
The big lie.
Yeah. So it's just like frustrating to watch. And then this girl, Giselle, who was like it. Like she is a housewife VIP. Like I could tell she has it in her. She's beautiful. Love her.
She was front row at Dave Chappelle.
Yes. And so she was married. Actually, the first episode is very interesting because you find out about Potomac and just like this group of women in general. And they're all like really like prestigious in like the Black community. Like Giselle's ex-husband was like a huge civil rights advocate, like worked with Martin Luther King. He's like so famous. And now I think they're back together, and that's who she was sitting with at the front row of the Dave Chappelle special.
Oh my God, because when we were watching it, I said to Claudia, I'm like, that looks like Giselle from Potomac. And you said you thought it was a housewife also, and then we got confirmation that it was, which is so crazy. But it was filmed in Atlanta.
And it actually makes sense, though, that if she would be there with her ex-husband, because he's like such a prominent guy, and Dave Chappelle like definitely knows him and like gave him tickets, you know?
Totally.
So it's just, there's so many layers to Potomac that I think if anyone's gonna watch it, like watch it for a season, because it's important to understand just like what Potomac is. It's not just like a city, like it's really more of a lifestyle. And then there's this girl, Katie, who I'm watching in season 3, like is such a loser. Like she cannot, and she's like the most beautiful, she's the youngest, the tallest, like she's the biggest loser ever. Like she literally can't put 2 words together without starting to cry. And then I'm watching her season 1, and she is from the most like rich philanthropic family, like the Ross family. It's like the biggest deal. She's half Jewish. She has like a baby naming Briss for her kids. Like it's interesting watching now and then because the show is so different, and like the ladies obviously like they got it to, like you. It's interesting to watch like when they had nothing to lose versus now they're like famous and they act differently. And then there was this woman, Charisse, on it, who was literally the worst housewife of all time. Like I could have
worse than Karen.
Yes.
Karen with a T.
Charisse was so obnoxious. Like she's not on anymore, and I'm so grateful. And I literally couldn't stand watching the show just because of like how she talked about herself and her husband, like acting like it's normal that her husband lives in New Jersey. Oh, and there's actually like a deep connection to the NBA. Like almost every single one of them either like had their husband play, their coach. Like there's a deep NBA connection to the Real Housewives of Potomac, which I also found to be incredibly interesting. It's just it's a good show. The way people talk about it, like it's the best thing ever, like everyone's sleeping on it. Like no, I actually feel that way more about Dallas, but it's really good.
Okay. Maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Kardashian. Season 17 premiere last night.
Real Housewives.
Oh,
Season
oh my
17.
God, I'm
Okay, I thought
sorry.
you were making a joke.
No. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Season 17 premiere last night. Boring episode, but again, even a boring episode of the Kardashians is an insight into the incredibly interesting life of a rich and famous person.
No, 100%. And I feel like there's so much going on with them that we don't know about at all, like Kim and her sickness. And even Khloe, Tristan, and the birthday party. Like, I just saw the birthday party, thought it was cute. Like, whatever. There's so much drama. I've really missed watching them.
I missed watching them, and then anytime Kourtney came on screen, I was like, oh, wait, I don't miss watching literally this spoiled brat cry and complain about nothing. Like, if only Kourtney Kardashian knew real problems. Like, this is what she cried about in the episode.
I don't understand. Like, she had an emotional moment. I don't understand what she was saying. Like,
this is what she was saying. She cried on the episode about 2 things. One, she's having so much anxiety about a birthday party. Like, I don't know, should I have one? Should I not?
Don't fucking have a birthday.
Literally, nobody cares. 2, and then she's crying because her life isn't, she's having anxiety about the fact that she doesn't know what she wants. Like, it was the most vague. She doesn't know what she wants, but she feels like she should because she's turning 40.
It was so weird, and then something came up about, like, should she be with Scott? And it's like, is that an option?
Right.
He seems really happy.
That was a weird conversation. Like, it made it seem like Kourtney, like, has spoken about it, but just the way that I perceive, like, everything that goes on, and you never know what goes on behind closed doors. It's like Scott is so happy and couldn't care less about getting back together with Kourtney. He wanted it for so long, and he didn't think he could find happiness anywhere else, but he actually did find even bigger, better happiness outside of Kourtney, and I think he like never wants to leave.
Yeah, and he's like still so in the family. He had the best of all worlds. Like, he's an uncle to all the kids, and like
he
Sophia
gets paid. He's still on Kardashians,
right? And he's still close with Kris and MJ, and Sophia's so close with Kylie, and like it's really a perfect situation, except for the fact that like it's a little still age inappropriate.
Yeah, but you know what? We're getting better.
It's getting better. She turned 21, but like, lest we not forget.
But last night was like a real moment for me. I'm like, imagine if Kourtney Kardashian had to worry about like paying her bills. Like, she cannot handle the pressure of having no problems. Like, honestly, I'm very happy for her that she's rich and famous, because I don't think she would be able to handle like real problems, because always she's crying and complaining about like not existent issues.
Yeah, or like if she had to get a job.
Oh my God. And like she had to deal with workplace like conflict.
She had to like start a company that like had to be profitable.
Right.
Or else the house goes,
Right. No, she's never like, she is truly the epitome of just like a spoiled brat. And watching her like get so worked up, genuinely, like real tears over arbitrary, fake, entitledest problems was so frustrating.
Especially the birthday. Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like,
dumbest
you don't want
shit.
to, like, you're annoyed that people are planning a birthday party, like, because you don't like parties and you don't like people yelling woohoo. Like, don't have a party. Seems easy. Like, it looks like no one even wants to celebrate.
Wait,
like,
the best part also, she made Khloe make the invitation out of that picture, and then was like making fun of how tacky it was when it was literally her idea, and she showed it to Khloe, and Khloe was like, oh my God, and she's like, yeah, not photoshopped, even though that was a photo that went viral of Kourtney naked in the bathtub for having 3 thighs.
Yeah.
So she literally said, not photoshopped, when we know that it was.
The whole thing is so
She's
strange.
delusional.
Yeah. And it's like annoying because she's the one who probably relies on this show the most. Like, this is really her full-time job, whereas like for everyone else, it's the thing that they do in addition to like
their businesses.
And it's like great marketing for their businesses, but like it's not their number one job.
No, but they know that it's a necessary part of the ecosystem in order for Good American and KKW Beauty like to have this huge platform.
Yeah. 100%.
But for Courtney, it's like, you would think that she would be way more interesting since literally it is her only livelihood.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I'm sorry,
I just,
and Poosh as well.
I just like want to be watching the other girls so much more.
So much more, and it looks like next week Courtney and Kim get into a fight. And I feel like in the last 3 or 4 seasons, they've been actually a lot more like open. It used to be like really scripted when I feel like they had a lot more to lose from the show, but now it's like they're really in their own stratosphere. Like they can use the show in a more honest way, and I feel like they've really started to develop like a narrative, and you really get to see like what goes on. And there is something between Courtney and Kim like that I can't figure out why there's so much contention, but it's like, it's really bad.
It is bad, but I was actually thinking last night, like, there's been a few seasons now where they, like, yell at each other and they've been fighting a lot, but they've never, ever, like, publicly turned on one another. And, like, even though Courtney is, like, so off the deep end sometimes, like, she isn't that out of control that, like, you know, she still understands, like, what's important. It's family. Like, we're going to make it work. And she keeps talking about moving away. And, like, I feel like that would be great for her.
If the Kardashians ever get to a place where some of them are publicly shitting on or turning on one another, that will be the end of their business. Like, they have gotten, that's why the RHOBH thing was so devastating. Like, they have gotten to where they've gotten for being this close family unit who, like, people could relate to, like, the family. People don't like when you, like, air your family dirty laundry. It's really sad, actually.
No, or, like, that's your whole brand, like the Pratts.
Right.
You know, and it's like, okay, so we're just interested in that, but, like, don't try and make a family business after that because we're not going to buy it. So it's one or the other.
Right. So I think that they all know that, like, that's the bottom line. Like, you can say the mean things, you can be mean, but you can never cross that line because that's where it'll truly affect our business.
Right. So she's never crossed that line, which is like, okay,
That's true.
She's not that
Crazy.
But what else happened? I mean, this Tristan stuff is so crazy. He's like an insane person.
Who?
Tristan coming over trying to kiss Chloe.
No, also like with the nonstop calling and texting. That's just like such interesting.
Like, leave our girl alone.
I know, she looks
She's
so
been
pretty.
Through enough.
That birthday party was lit. Like, oh my God, the cake, the dessert table.
The pressure for these parties, though, it's like, don't you ever just want to have a backyard BBQ?
I know. I think that was like their attempt at a backyard barbecue. And it's like, Chloe's like, I'm going so over the top. And Stormy like shit out Stormy World. And it was like so much bigger and better, you know? Like,
but like,
do you think there's competition within themselves?
Probably there's competition just for them to top themselves, but not like against one another, because I think everyone has their own
style.
Vibe, and like I think everyone considers Chloe like cheesy. But by the way, Chloe's style is like so mine.
No, also that like silk, she made everyone wear Pliny vibes. Like,
no, like
I thought it was so cute.
I relate the most to her, but like Kim has her very own way of doing things. She definitely,
I don't relate to at all.
And
like,
I don't think Chloe relates to it, but Kim doesn't relate to Chloe. So there's not real competition. And then like Kylie is just on another level.
Right.
So no one compares themselves to her. So I actually think like it works really well. But what was the party that they had where they took that sister photo? It was like in a backyard. This is like where they looked beautiful. It was recently. And
I think it was like MJ's birthday.
They had a backyard BBQ recently that was pretty low key.
Because you know what's so crazy is like their regular family dinner is a backyard BBQ with like chefs and waiters, and they sit outside and it's all cooked. But so that could never be a party because that's literally just, there's so many people, they have to sit outside.
But when it was True's true birthday, and
that was so cute.
And all the cousins came over and they had cake, I'm like, that's our birthday. Like, that's the party. That's what I would consider a birthday party. But like, that's not enough.
Yeah, no, that was so cute when they were all singing happy birthday. Like, and honestly, some of the kids are starting to look so much like Stormy and Chicago. Like, I cannot tell.
They call them the triplets. Stormy, Chicago, True. They were born.
No, but I could tell True. Like, True is so fucking cute. She looks unique. Like,
and True is developing her own style, I will say.
She loves a turban.
She does. No one can wear a turban now without looking like
True Jackson.
Yeah.
True Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, well, a turban with a toasty print.
We need to get a picture of Keke Palmer and True Thompson. Like, it's too much.
It's too much True.
Okay, also, I need to talk to you about something. Did you know, and I can't believe there wasn't a story about it, and we never reported on it, because it's local morning show news. Keke Palmer is now a third co-host of Strahan and Sarah.
I know that because we were just talking about it.
I only know because I saw it in a cab.
And I know because you saw it in a cab and you texted me about it.
How weird.
Very weird. I think they're just trying new things over there.
I thought they did it as like a week guest host, like to promote Hustlers for her. But then they like changed the logo, they changed the Instagram. I'm like, wait, no, this is real.
So it's Strahan, Sarah, and Keke?
I don't know the name. I think it. Yeah. By the way, and honestly, now it's just really highlighting how much Sarah's got to go because like Strahan and Keke like have this vibe to them,
right?
And like Keke is like so it.
I like don't know who Sarah is. Like,
no, I know. I don't know who Sarah is in this trio. Like I knew who she was with.
Oh, who?
Oh, like do you mean like?
No, I'm saying I do not know who she is.
You know, she's like an NBC
But she
girl.
could come into the room and I wouldn't know.
You know, she's one of like the revolving door of NBC talent who are getting their justice.
Okay, so maybe she's there, like to be like the anchor, like Strahan and Kiki get to be fun and like, you know, everyone loves them.
But Strahan is very like, he is real hosty.
He's hosty
I don't think
vibes.
they need him.
I don't know, but that's how I feel about Daily Pop. Like Carissa, Justin, and Morgan, like it is imperative that they all are there. And like I know that Chris is technically like the most boring one, but like she holds it down so that Justin and Morgan can shine. And it wouldn't be the same if it was like 3 fun, bubbly people.
Maybe. I still just think it's a weird format, like to have a guest on talking to 3 people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's overwhelming.
Actually, on Daily Pop, they only talk to 2 people.
Right.
Someone leaves.
Takes a break. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're like not interested.
Interesting. I just thought it was like an interesting morning show move, and they didn't make any waves about it.
I know, like Keke Palmer is a morning show host. Like, what can't she do?
Do you think Sarah is like having a breakdown? Like she finally got her own show, and like now some kid is taking over and like doing better.
I mean, probably because like when you like hear about all these things after the fact, it turns out like everyone hated each other all along. But you know, thinking optimistically, it's like, oh wow, we're getting like true Jackson on our show. Like our stock is about to rise. Like she should be excited, you know, for like the youth quake that Keke will bring.
See, that's the thing.
But no one thinks like that.
Strahan and Sarah is an interesting show because it's very similar demographic-wise to the Toast. Like, they interview Bachelor people.
Not demographic-wise, like content-wise.
Yeah, and it doesn't make a lot of sense for, like, Strahan and Sarah to be talking to Raven Gates. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they don't know her and she don't know them. Like, Keke Palmer was a refreshing, new, fresh, younger face that it made a lot of sense. Like, because they're like a spin-off of the Today Show, but they're very much like for people our age, which is great, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to have Michael Strahan and that girl Sarah like talking about The Bachelor. Like they don't watch The Bachelor, you know?
I think they're like working through, we're watching them figure it out.
Brainstorm.
You know, and like figuring out what works.
Okay. I just thought it was something we had to discuss.
Because it's pertinent morning show news.
Right, and nobody was talking about it.
Speaking of morning show news, I watched the trailer for The Morning Show, that TV show on Apple with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, and honestly, it looks really good.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Do you think they'll need us as like consultants?
I think so. Like, I could feel they were missing that like millennial input, you know?
Yeah,
you could just sense it radiating throughout. So,
well, we're available.
Something to think about.
We're about $10,000 an hour for consulting, so
Yeah.
I hope they can afford us.
Cheap.
Anything else that we needed to recap? TV, Kim Kardashian.
Oh, you know what I watched yesterday? Falling in Love.
Oh, you watched it on Friday.
We know I didn't see it. Okay, I'll watch it today, and then we'll recap tomorrow.
Okay, can I just give like my review like from a 1 to 10, considering everyone said it was like a 10, 11?
Okay, you talk to Margo about it, because I don't want to like have preconceived notions.
I'm going to say everyone said it's like a 10, 11. It's an 8.
I would say a 7.
Okay.
Fuck, okay.
But like I'm so here for it, and then I downloaded. Apparently, there's like a more premium Hallmark app that I didn't have, and that has like all the Hallmark movies. And so, Falling in Love really like made me in the mood to watch more love stories like that. And now I'm in such a great place content-wise. Like I have movies for days. Watching one with Minka Kelly and Annie McDowell right now.
Exciting.
It's so good. Chad Michael Murray.
What's the name of the app?
It's called The Beach House. Oh, the app is Hallmark Movies, but it's just $4.99 a month.
Okay.
But
Can I log into your
if
account?
anyone at Crown Media like wants to comp that for me, like let me
Can I
know.
log into your account?
Oh shit! I don't think you can stream on more than one.
Fuck.
Margo, you can afford it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think that's all she wrote.
Well, this episode was brought to you by Skims, and thank you, Kim, for trusting us with your life and for putting the premium content. Honestly, I got so many messages. Like, people are evil, okay? Ready? People are fucking evil. Because the next morning, I put a screenshot of you on Kim's story, and I was like, can you believe? And I got, like, so many messages. Like, do people think I'm so evil? They're like, you're so fucking radiating with jealousy. Like, you're disgusting. Like, I was like, excuse. They're like, your sister, Jackie, is everything, and you are nothing. You are disgusting, evil, jealous.
What?
And I was like, excuse me, I was just trying to like put up an Instagram, like so crazy. And they're like, you're just jealous that your fat, ugly ass didn't make it like Jackie did. And I'm like, okay, well that's true. But
That's so crazy. No, I saw like one thing where people were like trying to start stuff, and it's like we were on the phone the whole night.
Jackie, you know who was trying to start stuff? Ben. When we get me and Jackie were on the phone the whole time, like trying to figure out like how to handle this huge PR moment for the Toast.
Right, just like freaking out.
And we hang up, and Ben's like touching me. He's like, it's okay. And I'm like, I'm fine. I really was fine. Like, your stories were so good. And I know nobody believes me, but like, I really was fine.
I believe you because I was talking to you.
And I was really so happy for you. And like, honestly, I did not like want to be on. I did not want to put on a leotard. Like, I could have put my big fat ass on there and like maybe, you know, I did one photo and it looked really, you know, Facetune and edited. Like, whatever. I really was so happy, like genuinely, and I really was not jealous. Like we got the toast out there, like that's what we were trying to do. Your videos were better and like you looked better in the Skims. Like everyone was like, I got so many messages like, you are so jealous, you ugly fat bitch. And I'm like, excuse me.
That is so crazy.
I'm just ugly and fat. I'm not jealous. Like I'm genuinely like so happy for you. Like I was like in the Toasters groups like freaking out.
I can vouch for you that you were happy for me because I was talking to her all fucking night.
Yeah, but like Ben and Instagram were like really coming for me, like trying to make me seem jealous. And like
Trying
I
to start
wasn't.
stuff. They were trying to start stuff.
And like don't get me wrong, like I'm jealous of literally everything you have, but like I really wasn't jealous.
No, it's a feather in both
And
of our
like, by the way,
caps.
like a little jealous, but like of course,
No,
you know?
but like not in like such a pernicious
not in
way.
an evil way, just like really genuinely, like I was so happy for you.
No, totally. People, you guys are wild.
Yeah, I think Ben was jealous and he was
starting
projecting,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he put the bra on like he wanted to.
Right,
be
he was
on.
being so thirsty. He's like, put me on the story. I'm like, okay.
Honestly, it was really funny. She should repost it, but it like
Whatever.
I don't.
It's all good. Maybe Kim will repost this.
Yeah.
Whatever. We got what we needed. Kim's coming on the toast, like eventually, and that's all that really matters.
Like Kim has seen the words "the morning toast."
Because of you.
Step 1. Phase
So-
1 complete.
Phase 2, an hour show without air conditioning. We are truly medical marvels.
Yeah, Meghan Markle's.
Thank you so much for watching the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, endorsed by Kim Kardashian. We are a millennial morning show. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, so feel free to give this video a thumbs up, a smiley, a comment, a subscribe. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's, Apple, Spotify, iTunes. Tickets to my tour, the Dirty Jeans Tour, are available at girlwithnojob.com. Coming to Austin Friday, and then we're going to Vancouver. We're hitting Seattle. We're going to LA, San Francisco, San Diego, all the West Coast. Hit it up. Tickets are available at girlwithnojob.com. Anything you want to say?
Yes, please follow me at Jackie O Problems because I'm like pretty close to 21, and then we'll like cap it off there for now. Get my presets, JackieOFlow.com, and have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.